Now, listen, I know you guys don't even know who I am. And that's okay. That's not what y'all here for. I know what y'all clicked here for. Guys, I'm about to put you on. When I promise you, you're not going to regret clicking on this video. I promise you, you are not going to regret clicking this video. Now, I'm going to give you guys a name. And that name is Yukinobu Tatsu. Now, for those who don't know who Yukinobu Tatsu is, it is the assistant for the mangaka who made Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch, for those who could read the whole thing, because I couldn't. Very disturbing. But yes, Yukinobu Tatsu is the assistant for the mangaka who made Chainsaw Man. Show the panels. Boom, 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 boom. Fire, flash, flash, flash. Ah, news. Ah, boobies. Ah, who cares? And that mangaka made this right here. Dandadan. Dandadan is a story about two high schoolers with conflicting beliefs on the paranormal and the extraterrestrial. Ken Takakura believes that aliens and UFOs are real, and Momo Ayoza believes that spirits are real. So to prove a point to each other, they both made a bet to prove that either spirits or UFOs, UAPs, are real. So they both send each other to haunted locations, and whoever can prove that aliens or ghosts are real wins the bet. Ken goes to an abandoned tunnel, and Momo goes to a haunted building. And this is where stuff gets weird.
I'll let you suck on my tits if you let me gobble your slog.
But now, me personally, I would have took it up on the offer. I'm not gonna lie. Game is game. Game is game. That's all I'm gonna say. Game is game. But the difference is, when she said this, she genuinely meant gobble it. Like, bro, his shit was gone afterwards. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get to that point. So as that is happening to Ken, Momo encounters 3 psychic aliens that capture her and brings her to their spaceship, aka UAPs. Because they're not UFOs. Because there's a difference apparently, according to Ken. I'm just gonna go by what he calls them because I'm not into all that. But yes, they're called UAPs. And their species is only made of males. So they're trying to repopulate their alien civilization. So they you get the idea. The photo says it all. And remember Ken? Well, he kind of got possessed and fused with Turbo Granny and was able to somehow teleport through the phone to save Momo. But the thing is, she didn't really need Ken because she unlocked her psychic abilities and then proceeds to beat the living out of those aliens. And after that was done, she used her psychic powers to suppress Turbo Granny from possessing Ken. And that's just the first chapter. That's just the first chapter. Nigga, it gets better. It gets better, bro. I can't explain to you how much. It gets so much good. It gets so much better. You have yet to see the 60-foot sumo monster / alien, and then the demonic acrobatic dancer that uses her hair to trap and tangle up her opponents. Oh yeah, let's not forget about that time Turbo Granny fused with a whole freaking crab kaiju. And then we have aliens, boxing aliens, niggas working a 9-to-5 aliens, and then the freaking lockless monster, which fuses with the previous aliens in order to become
a mega intergalactic lockless monster.
Like, nigga, do I need to say more? It just, bro, oh my, bro, we're not even close to getting to the good stuff. We're not even close. It gets better. Dandadan has a unique way of telling stories. And when I read it, I felt like I was reading something completely new that nobody has ever done. Reading Dandadan is like watching ghost stories, the dub version, of course.
Born again Betty Hell, since after all he is Jewish.
Kaya!
You! What do you want?
Thanks a lot, man.
Huh? I think she's right. You are retarded.
And a bit of Kaiju number 8, all in one. But it still somehow just makes it its own genre. I really feel like most mangas is more main character based because when you think of Naruto, you think of Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, right? But the thing about the monsters in Dandadan isn't just they're monsters who come in and is easily defeated and has no impact on the story whatsoever. Each of these monsters that Ken and Momo have faced has a heavy impact and meaningful backstory. Like Turbo Granny. She is an urban legend who can run over 100 kilometers per hour and is now mourning over the deaths of girls who died in that tunnel. And the aliens have a business corporation trying to find ways to repopulate their race.
And this terrifying being,
she actually used to be human, but she kind of killed herself because the Yakuza took the one thing that she loved away from her, which was her daughter.
and I'm not gonna lie, that part actually kind of got me like tearing up because it was actually sad. It was really sad, and it kind of got me a little emotional. But what did you expect from the person who was the assistant of the person who made Chainsaw Man in the very disturbing manga that is so called Fire Punch? I'm sorry, Fire Punch is just, oh, bro, it's so disturbing. And it's like the story's good. It's just, once you stop reading it, you can't read it anymore. It's like, bro, I need to stop. Because when I was reading it, I was very disturbed. And then I just stopped and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm never reading this again. But I wanted to stop, but I couldn't. It was very intriguing to keep reading it. But I don't even know if I'm going to finish that series. I really don't know.
Like, nigga, what? You can't tell me this is normal.
I don't know if I'll ever understand what goes through the minds of these people, but all I know is that whatever they're thinking is making these amazing, beautiful pieces of art. And that's what they're giving us. And we're enjoying it. It's the people who think like this is what's giving us these great material. This right here came from a nigga, bro. I'm telling you, this shit is fire. It's fire. Read it.
And all we can do is sit here and appreciate the things they are making. And at that point, that's when I realized that I was reading a masterpiece. And Dandadan isn't about two high schoolers trying to save the whole world or anything. It's more like, the main problem is the fact that Ken got his balls stolen from a spirit who lost it and is now trying to get it back. I can't make this up. That's the actual plot of the story.
Before even reading this, I'd never even heard of Yukinobu Tatsu. But all I know is when this gets animated, the animators will not be seeing their families for quite some time. Like, they won't even see them off to college. That's how much work they're gonna have to put in just to try to compete with the artwork that's going on in the story.
Because some of the monsters in this manga have such unique designs to them that are just downright ridiculous. And it has genuinely had me looking at the page for like more than 5 minutes, just trying to understand what I'm looking at. Which brings me to my next point. To why this manga needs to be read. Because yes, the art is incredible, but holy shit,
Does Yukinobu Tatsu know how to make a setting?
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only...
When I'm talking about setting, I'm not just saying as in like the emotions or the vibes that's going on. No, I'm talking about perspective, attention to detail, background, scenery, environment. You can turn the page and sometimes come to a panel
that'll just have you in awe of how amazing the artwork is. And that's how you know that Yukinobu Tatsu cares about his work.
Because when he does this, it usually is an indication that some shit is about to go down. Dandadan has an amazing way of working around certain aspects and having their characters actually finding ways to solve their problems in a very intricate and detailed way.
Like in chapter 19, Momo and Ken are trapped in their classroom in the school. And the school is filled up with water. And I don't know if you've ever tried to fight underwater, but that shit is difficult.
Look at Roman Reigns go with a couple of right hands back into the corner. Coquina, it's locked.
So Momo comes up with the genius idea of taking off their clothes in order to move faster in the water to prevent drag. Because I don't know if you've ever went swimming before, but swimming with your clothes on will slow you down immensely. And I can't fathom how Yukinobu Tatsu made it in such an intricate way for her to solve this issue, because not only does she do that, she also uses her psychic abilities to make hands to squeeze Ken to propel him faster, and he basically becomes like an underwater torpedo. If that was me personally, I would not think of that because like my IQ's at best at a 6th grade level grade. But I'm just saying, I'm not IQ Tatsu. I'm not.
But there aren't many mangas out there that are willing to pay attention to so much on the background of the setting. It mainly just focuses on the characters and the actions they are doing, but when it's done right, it just brings more to the table when you can see everything. Like, it just makes it feel a whole lot more tangible.
And if none of what I have told you is not going to make you want to ring Dandadan, let me introduce you to Momo's grandmother. So Momo talks about her grandma being a super strong psychic. You would think she looks like this. But I didn't expect her to look like this. Like, what the f***? Oh my god! She's so bad! She's fine! I'm sorry, it's just... Momo grandma is bad! She's a grandmother? Like, nigga, I'll be over here like...
I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my nasty?
But Dandadan has taught me one thing, and is that I need to read more things like this. Like, more stuff like this. Like, I have every volume that has been out, right? Every copy. Because it's such a good book. And it's addicting to read. It's such a good read. I just can't express how much you're going to enjoy it. Because it's not only that the manga itself is, and the art is just good, but the story, the characters. And it's really funny too. Like, I had a good couple chuckle laughs reading this. And it has a great balance between being funny and being serious. Because there are some panels that are going to have your heart sink into your ass like, oh, I actually forgot that this was a serious thing and that their lives are actually in jeopardy. Because the thing about Donna is they know how to differentiate and separate from, you know, being high schoolers and being funny and being serious. I'm just saying that I think that this needs to be talked about. Dandadan is actually its own in its own generation. It's ahead of our time, if I'm being honest. I have never read a manga this intricate and detailed before. And my favorite anime is Yu Yu Hakusho. And I'm sorry, but the storyline in Dandadan makes sense for the manga. But hey, who am I? I'm just a random guy on the internet trying to make it out to her. You know what I'm saying? But give Dandadan a read. And yeah, and if y'all want more videos like this, let me know. And if you got any mangas to recommend me, just put it down in the description below. You know what I'm saying? That's the comments. I said description. But yeah, I actually have another YouTube channel. This is my new YouTube channel. I'm trying to do more videos about anime and manga and stuff because, you know, I'm like, why not? I like this. I want to start doing manga reviews. My next video is probably going to be like a different setup, but, you know, who knows? I may be doing videos like this. I don't know, I'm a real anime fan. I am. It's gonna get bigger over time, guys, but just know, like, I'm serious. And I will see you guys later.